First of all, I want to preference my video with saying that I want to say my thoughts are barely my own, but my thoughts don't reflect any of my associations. They don't reflect my friends, family, church, whatever. My thoughts are barely my own. I say barely my own because I'm 48 years old. I'm still learning. That's why I do hashtag apocalypse, hashtag Armageddon, hashtag, because essentially every day we're getting revealed something new. We're getting revealed something to get us ready for whatever comes next. So I just wanted to start off my video like that because I don't want any of the internet providers or anything to be like, oh my gosh, we can't post this video because they're going to think it's coming from us. No, it's coming from me. Maybe it's obvious, but maybe it's not so obvious. So today, what's on my heart is a number of things. First of all, if you're a man going through a divorce, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Whatever happens to you, you deserve it. I mean, the man is supposed to be the stronger of the two, right? The man is supposed to be the leader of the home. So if you don't take the lead up front, if you don't listen to the red flags up front, if you're thinking wrongly up front, whatever happens next, I'm sorry, but you deserve it. Like if you go through a brutal divorce, if you got freaking fire raining down on you, you deserve it. You really do. Because if you don't lead the home properly, if you don't take the lead, even when you're cultivating a relationship, whatever comes your way, you deserve. So, I mean, I'm not going to preference it. I'm not going to qualify what I'm saying, but just give you a minute to reflect on what your situation is and what you're going through, and you will maybe come to the same conclusion. Because we live in a culture that they want to have equal rights, and equal rights for men, for women, whatever. Domestic violence, if a woman assaults you and you protect yourself, you're going to go to jail. Because if you protect yourself and you cause harm by accident just because you're protecting yourself, you're going to get what you deserve. So if you're in a domestic violence, because I tell you right now, it's probably not a surprise if your wife is violent, because you probably saw all kind of red flags up front. So what comes to mind right now is the whole John Wayne Bobbitt, I think that's his name, married Lorena Bobbitt. Supposedly, whatever really happened, I'm not sure all the details, but Lorena Bobbitt sliced off the penis of her husband, right? So I was doing a little bit of research. I was like, man, that is some brutal domestic violence, and man, that woman needs to go to jail. But I just read right now, she got found not guilty for temporary insanity. Dude, insanity. So she had temporary insanity. She sliced off her husband's privates, and I mean, supposedly they reattached it, all that business. I don't even want to get into that because that's a whole nother segment. But the idea is that this woman did something brutal to her husband, and she was found not guilty for temporary insanity. So is that fair? Is that right? I don't know. I mean, you would think that the judges, the jury, whatever, and that's probably a good segue for just plugging my Tim's Variety show on my other channel, the Timothy Damas channel. You could watch it, and you could I'm going to try to do something in that vein of the jury box, because I'm doing a box thing. But my point in this is that if you're a man, you're going through divorce, you have to probably be more humble and take it like a man. Take the brutality as a man. You'll come out better for it, hopefully. If you have children, I'm sorry that children are involved. If you fought in front of your children, and your children will remember probably all the negative things that have happened. So I'm gonna have to apologize for that, because children are really the innocent party in a divorce. I've told you before in my other video that there was no children involved in my situation this time around. My first marriage, there was a daughter involved, and again, I probably totally mishandled that situation. If I prioritized having a relationship with my daughter, today she might be with me. Today she might be like my best friend. She's in her 20s now, so it's not like a parent-child relationship anymore. It's more of a relationship like when you get older, when you get to a certain point in your life that you don't really have it's not really like a father-daughter relationship. It's more like you're friends now. You're adults now. They need when they get of age, adult age, they have to start providing for themselves. They have to start making sense out of life. And if you come at it as more of a friendship, you might be able to have more relationship. You'll be able to speak into their life more if you come at it differently. Because if you're a guardian, it's way different. But for a man, it's even doubly different. So when these things happen to you, you need to try your best to think of it more reasonable, more rational, more like take it as a man. Be a man. Be smart. Be from the jump. You should have been smart, but it's probably too late now if you're going to go through a divorce. So I'll just tell you a quick story. I guess it would be more of just a story, but it was the October before my marriage. My fiance and I were at the LA recorder's office, and you're supposed to pay for a license. So we pull up, we park. First of all, another red flag is that I'm putting this license on a credit card. That's probably another thing. Like if you're putting things on credit up front like that, it's probably not meant for you to do that. But I kid you not, my fiance at the time mentally abused me in the parking lot for like, gosh, it was maybe even almost 3 hours of her just grilling me like, is this what you want, blah blah blah. She's already living with me for one, so that's another screw up. So there was so many things going through my head, but there was a way of escape. We were in East LA. I could have just easily, because it didn't feel good the way she was talking to me, the way she was just she trapped me in a freaking corner. That's her thing. Maybe that's a bully thing. Maybe it's a narcissistic thing that people that they'll trap you in a corner, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna comply pretty easily if you're trapped. She trapped me in bedrooms. She freaking just really cornered me in most situations to get me to comply to her will, which wasn't anything. But I wasn't really trapped, because when I replayed the tape about that day about what was happening, man, I could have easily, if I was insecure or whatever, I said, oh, I need to go to the restroom. Then I could have freaking went to the restroom and not came back. There was a way. Shoot, I'm a grown man. I could walk. If I really had to, I could walk from East LA to San Fernando Valley. That's only a 30-mile walk. It'd probably take me better part of a whole day to do it. But no, there was metro. There was So many ways out. So my point is that there's ways out. You don't need to be trapped. You don't need to think that there's no other way. You need to just make a way of escape, and then deal with the consequences. Because even in that September before, she was telling me, oh, if you ever break up with me, I'm going to get people after you. You can't break up with me because, I don't know, it just was like, she'll deny it. But I think I even got text messages saying, like, she was threatening me. She was threatening harm to me if I broke up with her. Yeah, that's a red flag. Because the thing is that, like, yeah, you're going to threaten harm to me? Shoot. Bye. Throw up the peace sign. Get on your way. Because, there's a way of escape. So find it.